But even Muslims believe Jesus existed. The fact that he existed is never in question. It's not in doubt. He is mentioned directly or indirectly 180 times in the Quran. He was the precursor to Muhammad. The Virgin Mary, although she is not called Mary, I believe she is called Marian, is mentioned 34 times in the Quran, more than any other woman. The Muslims believe that Jesus was just a miracle, but not really the Son of God. They believe that when Jesus was just 1 week old, he spoke and he defended Mary against those who had accused her of adultery. No mention of Joseph. Here's a curious thing. When Judas betrayed Jesus, according to the Muslims, according to the Quran, God sent Jesus bodily back to heaven. Okay? He didn't die on the cross. God sent him back to heaven before he died and came back to life. God applied Jesus' features to Judas' face. So it was Judas who was crucified instead of Jesus. Which of course begs the question, exactly who was it that hung himself over the guilt later? I believe that was Judas. According to the Muslims, Jesus is still alive. He never died. He never came back to life. One of the signs of the judgment day is that Jesus will descend from heaven and he will speak at one of their mosques in Palestine. The Quran was supposedly revealed by the angel Gabriel to Muhammad over the course of 23 years in the early 600s. Now, let's look at the book of history in the New Testament, that is. This is the book of Acts. This is what happens after Jesus returns to the Father. Whose Acts? The Acts of the Apostles, of course. The Gospel according to Luke and the book of Acts are dedicated to the mysterious figure of Theophilus. Therefore, it is assumed that both were written by the same person. Also, it contains multiple passages in which the author speaks in the first person about traveling with the Apostle Paul. In the book of the Acts, we have the revelation of the third person of the Holy Trinity, the Holy Spirit, when he descends upon the apostles in Pentecost. We also have the stories of Peter and Paul and the disciples